And welcome back to part 22 of Dragonstar Varnir's Madness route, where today we're wrapping up the third star temple. It looks like it's finally time. Is that? Shh, quiet. Varnir, human food, give me! Sorry, I didn't bring you food today. The Guardian Dragon is still true to its name. It's way more intimidating than any of the other dragons. Does it recognize you, Charlotta? It thinks that you brought it food. It's not attacking us right away, it's studying us. It seems incredibly intelligent. Oh. What's the matter, Lapinette? Did you see something? She's with a human male? Wait, don't tell me this girl is... What? No, you can't kill him! She's not acting like herself at all. Hey, Lapinette, are you okay? Yes. Are you feeling alright? This dragon can attack us at any time. I'm sorry, but we really need to defeat it before we can rest. You can't do that! Lapinette? Lapinette, what is it? What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm sorry for what I'm about to tell you, Zephy. I'm sure you'd rather not know this. This dragon, it's your mother, Zephy. What? What? Oh no. Can this dragon be... Mother? Mother, is that really you? Can't you tell who I am? It's me, Mother. Mother, it's me, Zephy. I'm your son. Silence, let me eat. Let me eat. Varnir! Damn it, this dragon may be smart, but it clearly has no memories of its past. It's as if she failed at becoming the Dragonstar. So she's been here this whole time. Charlotta's been taking care of her at the Star Temple. Am I going to have to kill her? Are you alright, Zephy? Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, Charlotta. Just to be clear, I had no idea that it was your mother. No, that's not it. I know it's impossible, but I just need to hear her say it before I make any decisions. Is there really no way to turn her back? I'm sorry. I see. Okay. I don't think I can have any other choice but to defeat her here and now. Zephy, I need to tell you something. What is it? When she was a witch, she really was happy. She was able to live the one she loved and give birth to a beloved child, you. In her final moments before turning into a dragon, you were the last thing on her mind, Zephy. She wanted you to be okay. Hey, Zephy. You can finally let your mother rest in peace. She deserves that much. I think you need to be the one to do this. Vanessa. I'm sure this was fate in some strange way. You can finally show her that you were able to take care of yourself, that you're okay. We'll be here to help you too. I'm helping too, although I can't give you a way that I'd change her back. I can at least help you give her the peace she deserves. Everyone. No amount of grieving will bring my parents back to me. I know that much. At the very least, I can be the one to put an end to her misery, to relieve her soul from the curse of the witch with my own hands. Now, who to devour first? Mother. Zephy? I'm on it. Everyone, lend me your strength. Let's go.
I can't lose here.
On that note, we fight Sophie Tyr for the Madness route. Oh boy. You're going to start noticing, and I'm going to make it a point of saying now, this video was the start of my final recording session for Dragonstar Varnir's Madness route. All of the videos left in this video was all done in one session, because I essentially put myself in a headspace knowing that it's going to get miserable pretty much after this boss fight. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it all in one go. I'm just going to do it all in one go, get it done, and we'll see where it goes. And so I'm going to warn you now in advance. Firstly, this video is very chunky at 42 minutes, which I'll take it. But you're going to notice more so in the next video, and even more so in the one afterwards, my headspace of I love these cast of characters and I'm deliberately putting them down the path of watching them suffer is going to start having an effect on my gameplay. Because I'm genuinely serious about this. It's part of just who I am. I can't help it. I've mentioned it a lot, but I always feel like I need to reiterate every time it comes up that I am an extremely empathetic and sympathetic person to fictional characters, especially if I like them. If I enjoy their writing or enjoy who they are, suddenly I treat them like they're real people in terms of how much I care about them. Like, obviously I know they're fictional characters. I'm not deranged. It's just I will care about them like they're real.
My turn.
I will want to protect them and help them like they're real. That's the best way to put it. So going on this route where I know it's going to be miserable, because I don't want to spoil how it goes, but just I knew it wasn't going to be good, sort of thing.
I'll do my best.
You're gonna literally see my strategy building start to simplify because starts messing with my head because I'm just not happy.
I got this.
But I love this game and I love its characters, and because of that, doing the path where they go get a very miserable end just isn't happy. I can't, in any sense of the word, get any kind of enjoyment for it. I'm glad I got the fucking trophy so I never have to do it again, but still. Which is why, and this kind of also goes into my point, as soon as I finished recording the Madness End, in that same session, I dug up my old save file of my original playthrough that I did when the game first came out back in June. I think it was June. Yeah, it was June 2019. Where I left a save at the end of chapter 10 just before the fight against Sophie Tyr, this boss fight now. And I went to that and I recorded the normal ending. I had one of the 3 kids die and I recorded the normal ending. And to be fair, the normal ending is actually quite nice. I was expecting it to be kind of bittersweet or kind of, and it is a little bittersweet, but it's a nice ending. Like, if you don't get the true ending on your first playthrough, the normal ending is still nice enough kind of thing. Like, it doesn't feel like you're being too punished for not getting the true ending. Even if the true ending is far better and you get a post-game and you get to date one of the girls. I mean, like, the true ending has so many more ticks on the box of things that are nice compared to normal. Whilst normal is just a nice-ish ending. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The main threat of this boss is that if you let it go on for too long, the son of a bitch will start healing, so you need to break the limb off so it won't. It can also use weak defense to make it so your defense are weakened, which is hence the name, but I'm going to be honest with you, especially on hard mode, if you've got up to this point, I did not find this fight too much trouble. I was actually kind of surprised getting to it, that this is kind of one of the most significant boss fights this game throws at us. Like, with how much we've been learning about Zephy's mother, we finally learned that she's a witch and became a dragon, and then you meet said dragon. Like, that is kind of the biggest build-up of a fight they have in this game, really. Because you don't... Like, because the only, like, villain per se that you actually fight on the true ending or the Madness ending is Corberia. And I don't think that's spoilers, because how much I bitched and moaned about it in the main playthrough, where because they just ran out of budget, they couldn't make models for Durandal or Jaeger. And they technically didn't make a normal model for Bendica, which I think is a shame, because I think if they did, they would have made her a DLC character, similar to Rapuka in Death End Request 1. Where Rapuka's like the main villain of that, but you get her as a DLC character. I think if they had the budget, they would have done that because of what they did with Death End 1. But there is a different model. Yeah, there is a way to fight Bendica, but that's only in the neutral ending. If you're going for the true ending, you don't fight Bendica. If you're going to the Madness ending, you don't fight Bendica. You only get that exclusive fight in the normal ending. Which is why the normal ending video, although it's one video, it's a chunky video. Because I show everything that I could find that's unique to the normal ending. Because I was actually really surprised at how many... Well, I say how many, it's more like just after the interlude, like, which is coming up. It's in between chapter 10 and 11, you have the interlude, which is what dictates what ending you're getting. Once the interlude is over, it's set in stone whatever ending you're getting. After the interlude, there's a long scene where Zephy talks to every member of the every other person who could become a Dragon Star one by one, and just talks them out of them being determined to be the one to become the Dragon Star. Like, just one by one. It's actually a really sweet cutscene that I'm surprised isn't on the true ending path. But it makes more sense on the neutral ending, because on the neutral ending, it's kind of obvious. The only reason the true ending is happy as it is because all three of the kids are alive to talk Bendica out of being a villain. So if only one of the kids dies, well, all 3 of them won't discover what they discover. So you won't get that ending, so that's why you have to fight Bendica. So one of the main party members does have to actually, like, give themselves up to be the Dragon Star. So I get that why that scene's exclusive to the neutral ending, because it's Zephy talking to everyone about what their thoughts and feelings about becoming the Dragon Star is, since you're leading towards the ending where one of them will have to be. But at the same time, it also wraps up character development in places that you don't like. Although I say like all of the character development, I think, is wrapped up before the end of the game on the true ending as well. I just think the normal ending gives a little bit more closure to it that you don't get on the other endings, and I kind of wish it was at least on the true ending as well, even if it has slightly less significance because of how the true ending plays out. But I'll talk about it a bit more when we actually get to it, because I want to go into more detail, but I said I don't want to spoil what they are. The plus side is now, because I've played every ending, the only trophies I'm missing for platinum is make 100 elixirs, because I've done the trophy for beat 50 elixir dragons, so I know I'm close. And then hit level 99 on a save. Which, to be fair, on my motherboard save, I think it's the best way to put it, because the very first save the very first playthrough I ever did isn't my main save. The playthrough I did, that I recorded for the true ending, that evolved into my main save, and it replaced my original, because I just had so much more understanding and knowledge of the game, that doing it all from fresh allowed me to build the characters a million times better. And you will notice it immediately when we go onto the normal ending route that I used my original playthrough. You'll look at what skills I don't have and go, what the fuck, Rob? What were you doing on your original playthrough? Yeah, it's called I didn't know what the game was about and I went in blind. And so I worked it out as I went along.
How's this?
But anyway, Sophie tier is just about finished, so I'll have to wrap up that point for now. But it'll be, like, the normal ending, when we do that video, ends up being more of a challenge than it has any right to be, because I'm not even remotely well optimized.
Let's go.
Like, despite the fact it'll be on normal, because the main reason I did this playthrough on hard was not only so it's a bit different, but so I can bank that trophy for beating the game on hard as well. So it could be a bit more different while also being a bit more of a challenge and having a more personal reward as well. But after we're done, so I'm going back to normal for the neutral ending just to get it done. Anyway, I appreciate the sentiment, but we were able to relieve my mother from the curse. She's with my father now. I don't have any regrets. Zephy, this dragon, of the 3 temples, had the most intelligence and was the closest to becoming the Dragon Star. I'm sorry, but we can't waste this meat. Charlotta, come on. We can't ask him to. Karikaro, it's fine. This is just another dragon that couldn't become the Dragon Star. If we don't eat it, there's no point in doing what we just did. Zephy. Let's eat. Come on, everyone. Zephy, cuss it out. You're not fooling anyone with that face. Huh? I didn't even realize I started crying. How long has it been since I did this in front of everyone? We'll eat the meat so Charlotta stops whining, but I don't want you to touch it. As much as I do not appreciate your comments, that's fine. Zephy isn't Dragon Star material anyway. Sorry, everyone. Why don't we look around? Maybe there's something that can help us around here. Yes, let's do that. Yeah, just to get poor Zephy's mind off things for a minute. Compared to the other temples, I don't think there's much of anything here. Let's look anyway. Yeah. I don't think I can see anything worth noting, but I feel like I'm starting to calm down. You see how on the true ending, we picked up something there. We didn't on the madness. There's no point in sticking around any longer. Let's just eat the dragon meat and move on. Zephy, you don't have to watch. Charlotta, is there really no other way? Do we really have to eat all of these dragons to do this? Oh, you have such a simple mind. Or maybe mine is too soft, since I'm actually considering telling you to answer to that. Wait, what does that mean? It means there is a way, just one. Really? Yes. So what is it? And why didn't you tell us sooner? I can explain it later, but first we need to say goodbye to Zephy's mother. You're right, we should bury her. I don't know if we'll be able to carry her outside and make a proper grave, but we could pray for her at the very least. Yeah, that would be plenty, thank you. Let us pray for Zephy's mother, so that her soul will reach the heavens safely. Yes. Mother, I pray that your soul will find peace after all these years. I will see you again someday, I'm sure. I love you. I think we're good now. You better be, because someone just showed up. You're right, who's there? Ah, finally noticed me, did you? Just shut up and come out, or are you too scared to be seen? You silly little witch, you dare taunt me? Fine, if that's what you want, I'll come out. It's been a while, you bastards. It was you. Where are your men? Did you come alone? I would appreciate if you didn't ask me about them. Ugh, what a turn-off. I don't sense anyone else. I don't think he has men nearby. What do you want? I'll ask a direct question, but I expect a direct answer in return. Where's Ruby Eye? Huh? Ruby Eye, leader of the Ravens? Yeah, the Witch of Hellfire, Bendiker, right? We don't know. Why don't you tell us where your little comrade is? Don't play dumb with me, witch! She's one of you, isn't she? You, the red-headed witch. I even saw you in a cave at Ruby Eye. Charlotta, what's going on? It's true that we spoke. We had business to discuss. Nothing more than that. Is that so? What business was that? To con the Ravens into fighting the Knights and hoping we'd wipe each other out? No, that woman is my enemy. Shut up! Stop toying with me and tell me where she is! She made a fool out of me and she will not be getting away with it! I think we have a misunderstanding. We really have no idea where Ruby Eye is. Oh, save it! You think I'm gonna fall for that? You can try and be the tough guy, but our answer isn't going to change. Sorry, you have to look elsewhere for her. You watch your mouth, you worm! I'll teach you to speak to me that way! It's alright, I've got water. I've got a bottle of water, so I can survive this. Ah! Yeah! 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 You. After I kill all of you, I'll be sure to give Ruby Eye a real carnival of death, and then... What? What the... Zephy, watch out! So I need to drink my water. My throat is killing me. Damn it. I can't go out like this. Who was that? He became ashes in an instant. What was that? I can hardly believe it. That was the mighty Durandal's final moment. Phew, I'm just glad I was able to take care of him before it became a problem. Bendiker? Was that your doing? Charlotta, what are you doing here? I thought you all would have had a falling out by now. Don't worry, I told him just about everything, even my relationship to you, Bendiker, the Witch of Hellfire. Is that so? Well, I guess I won't need to give any long explanations then. She's the Witch of Hellfire, the leader of the Ravens. Why did she kill Durandal? Hey, why are you looking at me like that? If there's something you want to say, say it. And the last choice to afflict our madness, why did you kill Durandal? What is it with your bad attitude? Shouldn't you be thanking me right now? You've killed over 100 of your fellow witches. There's no way I'd be the one you decided to save. What is that you're after? Who knows? I have no obligations to tell you. Ugh. Ah, yes, those eyes. You really hate me, huh? Yes, let their hate flow through you. We can let it consume us both until the rivers begin to flow with blood. Damn it, I can't let this anger get to me, or I'll be doing exactly what she wants. Durandal was your subordinate, right? Why did you have to kill him? Whatever do you mean? I was done with him, that's why. Not only did he question me, but he tried to turn my other men against me. I had no choice but to leave the Ravens. Still, there was something I had to do. Oh, and what was that? Why would I tell you? If you really want to know, you'll have to force it out of me. That is, if you can. I can feel her bloodlust. I guess I won't be able to avoid a battle with her. But she has the power to reduce a person to ashes in an instant. Do I even stand a chance against the Witch of Hellfire? Just kidding. Down, boy. Don't look so angry. I don't plan on fighting you. At least not today. I'm sure you'll have your hands full with Corberia in a moment anyway. Corberia? That's right. I'm sure a battle against her won't go very well for you. Have you considered making a run for it while you still can? What? Why would you ask us that? Don't be so stupid. There's no way a human could ever kill a witch. Alright. See ya. She's gone. What do we do? Should we just let her go? If the Knights of Requiem are coming, we don't have time to hang around. We should get out of here already. Do you think she was helping us? Oh, there's no way. I can tell you with absolute certainty she has no intention of becoming our ally. I'm sure she's plotting something. Says the one who loves to keep secrets. Caricaro, if you have time to run your mouth instead of keeping your guard up, you better have a damn good reason, you hear me? Yeah, okay, I got it. Well, let's head out of the den. Charlotta, you're going to tell us when we get back, right? Well, you didn't finish telling us before? Yeah. Are you all really ready to become the Dragon Star? Yes. Caricaro. Of course. I am bracing myself. Hey, why are you saying this? I'm sorry, but it's still hard to believe, and the one way of doing this without eating a dragon, there's no need to prepare for it really. You just need to make absolutely sure you're up for it. Once you are, I can tell you. We're going back to the den for now, right? Let's hurry up before the commander gets here. Right. I have to make absolutely sure, to become the Dragon Star. Not that it matters, because the madness scale, this is the last madness scaled extra scene before we go into the madness ending, and this is what kind of set the mood for the rest of this session for me. Like, once I saw this scene, my mood fucking plummeted for the rest of the recording. I can't taste anything. It's like eating sand. Since when was eating dinner here so quiet? It used to be so lively around here. I don't think anyone's having a good time right now, though. Oh hey, what happened to Faria? Didn't you hear? She went to rest in her room because she isn't feeling well. Oh, that's right. She hasn't been feeling well for a few days now. Yeah, I hope she feels better tomorrow. I hope tomorrow doesn't come quickly. Huh? Tomorrow. It really scares me. I'm scared. I'm just terrified that tomorrow might be the day I turn into a dragon. Caricaro. I was wondering why she hasn't been eating lately. Maybe the dragon's heartbeat inside of her is getting a lot stronger. Why do I have to live my life in fear? Hey, Caricaro. Do you want to just die then? Maybe you wouldn't have to be afraid anymore. I wonder what the easiest way to die would be. Charlotta, do you have any ideas? I can think of a few things that all seem painful. I don't really recommend any of them. I see. Is there really no other way? Don't ask me. There's no easy way out, you know. It really is that difficult. Look at Manessa's eyes. These conversations are absolutely terrible, but they're happening so naturally. Maybe we're all starting to go a little crazy. Vanessa, why are you staring at the knife? Don't do anything stupid. No reason. Let go. Lapinette? Hey, Lapinette, did you see something? No. Hey, are you okay? Lapinette, I don't know what you saw, but you don't need to be afraid. I won't have any more stupid thoughts. We're going to be okay. We have to be. We'll be okay, huh? It's just... everything feels so sad. Fuck! I'm laughing because I'm miserable. I'm laughing to get it out of my system. I genuinely... as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. As ready as we're gonna be. We're gonna need to head deeper into the Sanctuary Cave. I know we're gonna have a few tough battles ahead, so be prepared for anything. So this is the center of the star? Yes, I see. After reading Mother's diary and hearing Charlotte's stories, I understand the world is in the hands of the Dragon Star, but it feels like it really hasn't sunk in. Anyway, Charlotta, are you okay? What are you talking about? Isn't your body tired? You seem to be struggling a lot on your way back from the Star Temple. Even now, you're not looking too well. Don't push yourself. Why don't you leave the rest of this to us? This fatigue is nothing. Besides, without me, you would all be lost. Well, I mean, any one of you could keep fighting even if you weren't feeling so hot, right? It's nice that you all care so much, but I'm fine. Alright, I understand. Sure, but from my point of view, I'm really the one who should be worried about all of you. What are you talking about? I'm wondering if you've made your decisions. I don't blame Feria, but Manessa and the others seem so down. If I could only take their place, but I wonder if I'm just thinking this because I know I don't have the potential to be a Dragon Star. Whatever, if you guys are ready, let's head out before we change our minds. And before I decide to do the West Star Temple, I decide to do the main plot. We'll go back for the West Star Temple's extra fights next video.
Did you not notice it? Maybe you're slipping.
Huh? Listen carefully. We avoided her last time thanks to Bendica. But to bump into you here, of all places?
Maybe it's fate. Our only option is to deal with her.
I finally found you, Zephy. And your friends are here too.
Commander!
We're in a hurry here. We don't have time for this, so we'll be on our way.
You sound so serious.
Commander, Emperor Pharisaeus is sick. I don't think it's wise for you to leave the Imperial City unattended.
You already know about this? Then this was your doing.
What are you talking about? Did something happen to him?
He's dead.
What?
Did you not hear me? The Emperor is dead.
What?
He went mad and took his own life. It was completely unexpected. You called for me?
Ah, I'm glad you're here, Corberia.
What's going on? Where's the Emperor?
I need to talk to you.
Well, then go ahead.
Yes, but I need to ask you not to mention this to anyone else. The Emperor, he hung himself.
What?
His heart has been extremely ill. I believe talking to a few witches the other day triggered something inside of him.
He spoke to witches? If the witches are behind this, we will burn them all alive. The Knights of Requiem will go to the forest immediately and end this, once and for all.
You can't.
Why the hell not? The witches are behind the death of the Emperor. They have earned themselves a divine punishment.
In the days leading up to his death, the Emperor kept repeating to me, our faith was built upon lies. He also said that to kill witches is the same as spitting on the face of Varnir.
The witches are the ones who destroy the future of this planet, who kill the innocent. How is getting rid of them wrong?
I understand how you have come to feel this way. Considering your position, this response is very natural. But allow me to tell you the truth about this world.
Zephy, you are the source of this catastrophe. His mind began to unravel as he continued investigating your story. This is all because of you!
Pharisaeus knew the truth about this world. I still can't believe the Emperor is dead. But, Commander, if this is what the Emperor wanted, perhaps it's time you respect his wishes and stop all of this killing. Why are you still commanding the Knights?
You have absolutely no business telling me how to command my troops. It's your fault I can't hunt witches anymore. I don't care if the Knights are being disbanded. I am going to hunt down every last one of you!
Commander!
You are the enemies of Emperor Pharisaeus. Prepare to die. Let's do this.
What? Why are they using the Raven's sorcery devices?
Who cares? We're going to have to fight them anyway, or we're done for.
Charlotta's right. And seeing the Commander like this, I know it's going to take a lot to stop her.
Die, witches!
When I was recording the Madness playthrough, I've said a couple of times that I was loosely following a guide to make sure I don't miss anything tied to the Madness route. What I found interesting though is that on the Madness route of the guide, it just stops after Corberia. And so I thought that took that to mean that once you've done Corberia, it just goes straight into the Madness ending. No. The two final dungeons of the game, the Holy Cave and the Star's Womb, we will still be heading towards. We will go into the Holy Cave, but whilst you go through the Holy Cave, it will eventually reach a point where the madness ending really kicks in and it just becomes cutscenes until the credits. Which is why this video, this Let's Play, isn't going to be ending on this part or the next part. It's going to be ending on the part just after it. Because today is Sophie Tier, and now it's going to be what I'm going to still consider the final boss of the madness route, Corbaria. Especially on hard mode, because if she does Blade Dance, it's going to kill someone.
My turn.
Especially if she does anything else to that character beforehand. Blade Dance on hard mode will kill. So you just need to be wary of that. When she starts using it, you just got to deal with it. It makes her an actually pretty tough fight. Which is appreciated, because then my justification of treating it like a final boss makes more sense. And she always tends to do it on the same turn she heals. Case in point, Slash Dance, not Blade Dance. 3,003 damage, and then someone else attacks Minessa as well. I was like, God damn it, she maybe could have just barely survived that if someone else hadn't attacked her. But that's something you have to just deal with for the majority of this, is that the Slash Dance is extremely dangerous. Especially if you don't have a defense buff. And unfortunately, and rather annoyingly, not once in this playthrough did we pick up Attack Crush. We didn't encounter a single dragon that had Attack Crush on it on this playthrough, so I can't lower the damage that she can do. Which, like, I only realized that we never picked up Attack Crush after I went back to my main save, because I ended up playing Dragonstar for like 8 hours straight yesterday. Because I did the madness recording, I did the normal recording, and then I just started grinding out my main save because I want to clean up the last trophies, like get the cast to level 99 and create 100 elixirs. And so I went and started just grinding on the main save, also because it's just an excuse to play more Dragonstar, and I can't not stress, I fucking adore this game. Even with how sad the madness ending is going to make me over the next couple videos, because I'm sure you'll hear it in my voice as it goes on that I will just be less in it because it genuinely hurts me. Like on an emotional level, on a personal level, it hurts me because it's just who I am. I can't help it. It's always been me. I'm always extremely empathetic to a dumb extent with fictional characters that I like. It's just which is really bad. Oh, by the way, then she dies again. Which is really bad when, like, I always end up liking the characters that have like a million death flags. Well, I set myself up for misery, really.
Ready?
Which is also partially why the next big 3 projects, you know, good old assuming Atlas don't destroy us, because I feel like I need to stress that every single time I bring it up, just in case if Atlas does, then I can explain easier and be like, hey, you know, when I kept on saying if Atlas just like ruined our day, I wouldn't be able to record Nocturne. Well, they did. It's going to be easier to explain if they do, but we'll see. But assuming they don't, the reason why I'm doing Neptunia straight after Nocturne is because the madness ending has negatively impacted my general headspace and mood, which was kind of repaired, I guess, with the normal ending, and just going through it casually on my main save grinding out has helped a lot as well. But Nocturne, although not a miserable game by any stretch, is a very serious and detailed and philosophical game. And I think doing a very miserable experience and then going to a very deep philosophical one, not only will I be mentally exhausted, but you guys watching will probably be feeling it too. Like, just by watching that, you'll start to feel it a little too. So I think going to something a lot more lighthearted like Neptunia will probably be the wise answer. I've also considered squeezing in a smaller Let's Play between Neptunia and the 7 remake, just because I'm aware that this year I would have only done JRPGs really other than DMC5. Well, I say that, I did a few smaller things at the start of the year when I was still on PS4. Like, I enjoyed doing Little Nightmares, and the small things I did just after Christmas, like Sonic 3D Blast and Vectorman, were nice as well. But the only, like, significant, like, as in, like, major projects that aren't just things that I've recorded one day and, like, it takes a week to upload and then it's over. Like, actual, like, significant planned and advanced projects where I plan out routes, I do practice runs, like, all the stuff that goes into, like, the projects I really commit to. They've all only been JRPGs, really.
I can't be defeated.
And so, I might after Neptunia, but it's a huge we'll see. It entirely depends on my mood, really. But I might, after Neptunia, do like 1 or 2 smaller-ish or just different genre games
I will never.
to break it up. And the ultimate thing that we're waiting on is if Tomb Raider announces any kind of classic collection, or preferably the Legend trilogy on modern platforms, to celebrate its milestone anniversary this year, because it's celebrating 25 years this year. Which is wild to me, because I always feel like Tomb Raider isn't that old, but now it's like, no, this year's the 25th, and I'm like, huh? What do you mean it started in 96? Yeah. But if they announce the Legend trilogy, which is what's been floating around the rumor mill for a very long time, then they're either going to do a classic collection or the Legend trilogy on modern platforms. I will probably do Tomb Raider Legend to kickstart doing the Legend trilogy between Neptunia and the 7 remake. And now almost entirely because Anniversary, I made a mention it on my top 10 video, like when I do my top 10 favorite games, that Anniversary is the only one that just barely doesn't cut the top 10. Like, I have a lot of like considerations that when I was doing for my top 10, but Anniversary was the one that started in my top 10 and unfortunately just kept on getting bumped down until just barely it went into like 11th place. But I genuinely love Anniversary. It is one of my all-time favorites, even if it's 11th. But I love Anniversary so goddamn much. It's easily my favorite Tomb Raider. And it's one of those games where, despite the fact there's a lot of little collectibles tucked away and there's very elaborate puzzles and whatnot, I know the entire game in the back of my hand. Genuinely, like, I just go through it so casually, and I 100% it every time I go through it because I've done it that many times. So, like, if they do the Legend trilogy, I'll do Legend, and Legend won't be 100%, or at least I'll try and get as much as I remember, but it's been a very long time since I've 100%ed Legend, and or cared to 100% Legend.
My turn.
As Charlotta barely survives that slash dance.
Brace yourself.
But that will more just be setting up so I can do Anniversary. And yes, I'll do Underworld as well. Even though I have problems with that game, I'll still do it. When I say that, I think that's like a standard procedure for Tomb Raider. The last game of an era is significantly darker, it's significantly more ambitious, but ends up getting rushed, and so it just doesn't quite cut the mustard for what it could have been. Angel of Darkness, Underworld, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider are kind of identical in spirit in that sense. All 3 of them have the exact same fate of they wanted to do something much darker and more ambitious, but they ended up having time constraints from their publisher, and so it didn't quite reach what they wanted to, and ended up having problems. I'd say of the 3, Shadow of the Tomb Raider got off the easiest, because Shadow of the Tomb Raider I still think is the best of the reboot trilogy despite its problems. But then that's more of a testament to how many problems I had with the reboot trilogy as an entirety, that the one that was still kind of flawed but got most of it right was the one I enjoyed the most. Oh, Manessa, no! Even when you get rid of the minions, Corberia as herself is still such a threat. I genuinely enjoy this fight quite a lot, even though like it kind of drags out because she has way too much health for her own good. Like, I enjoy this fight a lot because Corberia is like the only villain that's built up throughout the course of the game that has a payoff. Like, even on the normal ending when you fight Bendica, it doesn't really have a payoff because you don't fight Bendica. Like, you don't fight Bendica as a witch. You fight her after she becomes a dragon, which I know is spoilers for the normal ending, but how else was you going to fight her? Of course they're going to design a little dragon and make you fight that instead. Which I just found kind of like, oh. And it's like, it's the conversation I had many a time during the main playthrough, but I would have loved to have seen what this game would have become if it had more of a budget. If it had the budget of, say, NEP 4 or Death End Request 2. Where it just had more resources at its disposal to really make it what it should have been. Because it's obvious as soon as you start. When you consider this game came out in the West like a couple months, I think it was like 4 months after Death End Request. Death End Request has like an overworld and you go in between areas and explore it, and it's all interconnected. Death End Request is you pick on a map and you warp there and do a linear dungeon, and then you pick on a map and go to the next linear dungeon. It's like, okay, there clearly wasn't as much budget here to make the world interconnected. And I kind of wish it did, but beggars can't be choosers. Like, I'm not like asking for it to be open world, I'm just saying to go for how Death End 1 handled it, where it was just a bunch of open-ish, linear-ish, like, areas that were all linked to one another, and you could just go between them. And then make it so the Witch's Den is actually an explorable little zone, instead of it just being a menu. Well, I say that was something I also criticised with Death End 2. That I would have loved it if, when you're in the dorms during the day, you could actually explore part of the town, like during the day, and just talk to people and like put little notifications above their head to go talk to them instead of it just being a menu. But I understand that the visual novel side of things is also to an extent part of the reason why they make the home-based menus in a lot of games that have home bases made by Idea Factory. It just would have been nice to just have a little space to run around, to have like a main den that is the den, and then have like a little shack on the side, and you go into it and Zuba's just looking at you like, what the fuck do you want? But then they would have had to make a model for Zuba as well, and that's even more money that Idea Factory just, well, that GJRPG just didn't really have the money for. I would say that it was mostly a GJ game, it was just helped out with Idea Factory.
Hang in there.
Same as Death End is also a GJ, whilst it was just helped out with Idea Factory. Which is fine, because I think GJ do make good games.
My turn.
Like, I wouldn't love this game as much as I do, and I wouldn't enjoy Death End 2 as much as I do if I didn't. But I also imagine that they keep on getting Idea Factory to come and help them out with the gameplay stuff for a reason. Even if, but I'm not going to go into detail and start speculating, because I don't think we're ever going to know. It's just they always bring them in for gameplay resources, probably to help just clean it up, because Idea Factory are a bit more honed in on what works and what doesn't. Even if their balancing for harder difficulties has always been questionable, I think this game kind of gets it right the most. And even then, it's just more just upping stats, and every now and then, enemy strategies will be rearranged to be a bit more brutal. Like,
Are you okay?
Corberia using Slash Dance after a heal more often compared to normal.
I will never.
But then there were also other games like Death End 2. Like Death End 2, the reason why I didn't do that on hard and only did it on normal, despite the fact I was actually considering after I did my main playthrough, because I found the main playthrough, the first half of it anyway, to be way too easy, and the second half to be just right. I thought, if I do hard, it'll probably balance itself out more. Hard mode just doubles everything's health, and I was like, that's not going to be fun for a Let's Play, so I ended up not bothering. But that being said, I'm going to be wrapping up this video as this boss fight ends, because the next part's going to be the optional fights and a lot of madness-based cutscenes, and then the video afterwards is the finale of the madness route. Which means I might do a video on a Saturday. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle it yet. I'll think about it as this is uploading. But either way, until then, you guys take care now. Peace.